I'm pretty sure we have all heard about the Mormon faith, and pretty sure some of us have heard the name Brigham Young. I personally didn't know about this name until about 2 months ago when somebody told my husband that he has a Brigham Young beard. I always kept this in the back of my mind. I thought, oh, hey, kind of like a historical figure. My husband has a beard like that. So when I was looking through the topics for this assignment, I saw Brigham Young's name and I was like, hey, what a perfect opportunity for me to learn about him and just kind of finally see a picture of him to see if my husband really does have a Brigham Young beard, and let me tell you, it does not look anything similar to that. Brigham Young was born in 1801 in Vermont. He was the ninth of 11 children. Young and his family moved to New York in 1804, and in 1815, shortly after his mother died, Young left home to kind of pursue carpentry, painting, and landscaping. In 1832, Young became a member of the Mormon faith, and shortly after, in 1835, he became an apostle. In 1844, their president, Joseph Smith, was murdered, houses were burned, and members of the Mormon faith were threatened. So after Smith was murdered, Young was elected their president. In 1845, Young moved 16,000 Mormons from Illinois to Utah because he felt the U.S. wasn't safe for Mormons anymore. Young also established the Perpetual Emigrating Fund Company, which helped more than 80,000 converts migrate to Utah from places like Great Britain, Scandinavia, and continental Europe. Young was also in charge of more than 350 colonization efforts in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Arizona, California, and Nevada. In 1851, when Utah became a territory, Young became the first governor and the first superintendent of Indian Affairs. 10 years later, in 1861, Young was contracted to build the transcontinental telegraph line from Nebraska to California. This transcontinental telegraph line is the only known case in which a major regional telegraph line was built and operated by a church. Some other cool things about Young that I didn't know and I thought it was interesting to learn about is he constructed the Mormon Tabernacle in Salt Lake City. He began the erection of the Salt Lake Temple. He founded Brigham Young University, which that's, namesake. He founded Brigham Young University in Utah, founded the University of Deseret. I hope I'm saying that right, but now it's known as the University of Utah. And he founded the Theater of Salt Lake, where big name actors and actresses have come to perform. In 1877, more than 100,000 people lived in the Great Basin area, which is the area where, the area where Young migrated to from Illinois, and it's recorded that he said, "This is it, this is the place." So he kind of knew that where he was moving to in Salt Lake, he knew that it would be a good move for them, that there would be a future there, that he could make something great there in the Great Basin. And he knew that moving the Mormons there, they could experience the freedom that they needed to help their faith grow. In 1877, Young died of peritonitis from a ruptured appendix. So Young is a pretty well-known name in the Mormon faith, and he is a historical figure, and I just loved getting to learn more about him, and I feel like this assignment, helped me learn something I didn't know, which I love learning new things every day.